what I missed was this side is also very tight on liberty. And now white has 5 liberty. Black has 5 liberty. But now white played first, so this group of black is dead. Hi everyone, welcome back to Jobless Baduk. Today we are going to review a game I play my Korean teacher with 3 stone handicap. This time I lost very badly. It's too strong and I didn't play well in the mid game. Messed up. He played star point. Last time he played 3-4. And he respawned with a large knight's move. I think he wants me to go into the corner and give him influence outside. But I don't want to give him influence at the beginning, so I play elsewhere, not finding timing of going into the corner. And to respond my pincer, he played knight's move here, which is quite unusual. Usually either white would go into the corner by 3-3 or maybe jump out and then shoulder hit this pincer stone. But in a teaching game, he wants to play something special, I guess. And the correct move is to protect the corner first, and then basically white would, if white extend here, then this stone is not very efficient. If white play this move here, then black can extend here and there will still be a weakness cut point here. But I didn't play here because I was worried that he may attack my corner with this kind of pincer, but there is nothing to be afraid of. Black can just do a diagonal move here, and because white has a weakness here, so it's hard for white to take care of both weaknesses. Either white has to secure this weak point and black can go out, or white maybe play somewhere else first and looking for protect this weak point later, but black can simply play here, so nothing scary for black. I should play this next time if he played this again, but it's still not too bad for black, maybe slightly better for white, because it is like the exchange of white play a large knight move approach, black respond by playing a diagonal move here, and white extend here, and black plays this jump here, white also jump, and black attach here, and white play tiger mouth here. So this exchange, attach and tiger mouth exchange, is definitely bad for black, and this diagonal move and this extend exchange probably is better for black, but this stone of white is still useful because white can go into corner later. So as a whole, it is better for white, but not too much, because the outside black stone is still not completely dead, and I should have utilized it directly now, but I didn't. I just protect the corner. White's pincer attack, and still I don't want to go into the corner too early, giving white big influence, or I don't want to jump out now because it may lead to this group being too heavy, which I don't want to, so I play somewhere else. because black can anyways go in the corner later or jump out later, so no immediate danger for black. And here I think black can either block outside or secure the corner. I think he wants me to play this securing the corner to I don't want to follow what he wants me to do, so I block the outside. But there's nothing wrong with securing the corner. And I also saw one of the game played by Ichangho Sabonim, and it is also a teaching game with 3 stone handicap versus this gentleman here. And this variation is from the game, and white is played by white Ichangho. So I think it should be okay for black to block outside. That's why I played that. The best move, the most accurate move is to go into the corner for white. But whites play a variation, and then this claim here. I spent quite some time to think about whether I should connect here or make a tiger mouth. The thinking is to make a tiger mouth, I got Sante, so I can move first in the bottom right corner, but it is much thicker to play the connect here. There will be no cut pawn here in f5, but with tiger mouth in future there will be a cut point if the ladder is not good for black, meaning there will be a ladder threat, so it's a trade-off. And if black connects, then white will play diagonal move, and if now black wants to get Sante, then later on white maybe he can push here. Then this side the potential may not be too big. If black block now, it's very thick but it's gote, and I want to play faster go, so that's why I chose to make a tiger mouth, which is okay. Yeah, it's not a losing move for sure. And I play this jump here, which is not the best move suggested by AI. AI suggests to play tighter on giving more pressure on these 2 white stone. These 2 are more, maybe the shape is here, so shoulder hit. Whites can either push here outside or block inside, or maybe this attach here, which I think my teacher may be able to play it, but it is unsure whether it is better than simply just blocking or pushing outside. So I guess he would also play either these 2. But anyway, the pressure on white is much bigger compared with what I play in the real game. So white secure the corner and looking for going back, connecting both groups, and I play the extension here, which is the best move. But I actually, if I could play again, I probably would play this diagonal move here first to strengthen my black group here. There's a weakness here for the diagonal jump, and if white's pip here, which he did, the correct move is to connect on this side and have a battle with whites. But I think it is quite complicated battle for black, although black is quite playable. The battle is quite playable for black and also white, but it's complicated. And in a handicap game, obviously I want to choose a simpler path because I have 3-stone handicap. So if I play this, white probably would answer, otherwise black can attach here and cut off this white stone. So if white's answer, then there would be like I would be more confident to connect this side because there's a tiger mouth. If white still want to cut here, then the liberty problem for this group of whites and outside white is also quite weak, so it is a favorable battle for black, and it would be much clearer path for black. This may be more fancy, but probably similar ideas. To use the weak hat of whites here to strengthen this group of black. But anyway, I now play this diagonal move, which is too late. Now whites would for sure cut off this black stone, and this exchange is good for whites because it's an okay battle for whites, playable for whites. Whites play very accurately on this important point, looking for the cut off of black here. So he has really good feeling on this kind of shapes. I also thought of playing this push here, but I think it may not be giving whites enough pressure, so I want to go further and look for the next move will be a nice move here coming out. But as a result, the nice move is not the most important point in this shape. The shape here is the key point for both white and black is this point, because this is like a common sante for both sides. If black play first, then the follow-up would be not to cut off, but to pip here, which is the key point of white shape. So it is quite disgusting for white if black play this. White probably would descend or maybe harness here, but whites cannot connect here, otherwise this harness is a sante for black, which is too good. Whites cannot accept this. So important points I should remember, and I should have this feeling. And I let whites to play this. Now it become a question for black to how to secure not to be squeezed here. If black got squeezed here, then it's very hard for black. There are two cut points, so black cannot take care of both sides, and black has to secure that. And now the accurate move would be connect here, having a secure connection with outside, and also look for the RG on this side. If whites do not respond on this side, then either attach here or maybe, as AI suggests, to do a knight move here. Still try to look for utilization of this black stone. Then now black strengthen the group with Sante and then come back to the middle battle. That's the thought process of AI. Try to use the weak point on the right side, but I didn't play that, and I play this questionable move. This is not the right shape because whites can push here and it becomes a very bad shape for black. Future there will be some pip here, so not good shape for black. Still, AI thinks if something to be played here, still connecting this, and whites will play this to protect the utilization, and also black come back to this side. But then it would be like black has played the exchange of this and also this, compare with the beginning black just played this. So that's why this move is not as good as this connect relatively. And from now I play several problematic moves which make whites able to come back by a lot. First one is this the knight's move here. I want to make this group safer, but it is too slow as a result. Now black has to challenge white. Do not let him secure everything with one move. So to ask him whether he would need to connect on here, and then just see this group as being alive. The net outside for whites is not too tight. Whites also have some kind of utilization here, so it is not easy for black to be dead completely. But in the game, I think I want to play more securely, but at least I should have looked for a tighter move, something that white has to respawn, or I would be able to use if he doesn't, something like this. But this knight's move is to do's, no to do for white, so not good. And whites strengthen this group. Now initially it was black to play first to cut off whites, try to attack whites, but now it seems that black is the one being attacked, so it is success for whites here. And I play another questionable move, the diagonal move here to secure this weak point, the cut point here. The thinking of securing the weak point here is good, but the exact move would be playing on this side, which also enlarge the potential on right side, and it doesn't give whites a hard hat. So this diagonal move will strengthen whites as well, making this hat very hard. And also I play another questionable move, play a cap here on this direction, which is not a correct direction. For now, the key point is to reduce the usage on this weakness, and this direction is not big. There's not much potential here for black. White's group here is quite strong, not much usage here by black, so it's hard for black to have potential on the upper side. But on the left side is a different story. Black first should strengthen its own weak points, and also it will enlarge the potential on this side a bit, and also it is looking for attacking whites in future, so this side is not good. And now AI thinks that white should play here first, ask whether black will need to secure this side. Okay, actually what my teacher play is also similar. This is equally big. These two are either way, so no issue for that. This one is very big. Strengthen this group and also have territory, and in future white can go into here, and black plays another questionable move here, big jump, which seems to be giving pressure on white, but due to its own weakness here, this big jump is too aggressive. AI thinks that the better move would still be, the shape would still be the knight move here. White would strengthen, and it's still quite good for black, although compared with beginning is already 12 pawns less, but still playable for black. And my teacher played the first questionable move to band here, but I didn't answer correctly. The correct answer would be here, which is the knight move at the beginning. So this is always the key point. And the reason for this band move being bad is, think about if black plays here first, white would probably play here to strengthen the white group here, but now instead it played this inside move here, which is unclear what it does. There's no cut point here, and at best white can capture this h5 stone, but it's not very meaningful. And now black played this to further strengthen the left side, and in future it can give pressure to white eye shape. So that's why this band is not good if black plays correctly, but I didn't, so it become okay move again. White honey, and still now black should have like played this secure, just ignore this big jump move. This is a mistake already being done, so nothing we can do to undo that, but we can just play whatever we should at this moment. But I still want to make use of this big jump move, so I cut off white, and as a result it doesn't seem to be a good fight for black. There's liberty issue at the bottom for black. The 5 stone here is very tight on liberty, and here this J3 point is the key point for both sides. If white play here, then AI suggests now black can no longer keep these two. Wow. Yeah. And now black cannot block here, because if white squeeze here, it's too painful for black. Now this group is being cut off, not good for black. So maybe black can only descend at bottom, and whites go back to this side looking for the cuts here, further strengthen this group of whites, or just simply go out. These 2 stones looks a bit lonely outside, and because of the push here, this stone is likely to be cut off. So this group of whites is actually not too weak, and that's why it's a good fight for white. That's why whites is not too clever for black to cut off. Probably black should have played more securely, just to strengthen and also be more pragmatic. And teacher also suggests to play tighter here. Now whites here is very tight on liberty, only 3 liberties. Also black has a weakness here, but it's not too scary because black can secure this way. So as long as these 3 stones is not immediately dead, then the question would be whether whites could be alive inside. And also if black is able to play this jump here, it will also give pressure to the white group here. So whites may not be able to cut off so easily because black will be able to play this jump here as a consequence. That's why this cut is not scary for black, and that's why if a cut is not scary, then maybe Hane is better, giving more pressure to white's 3 stones. Then I do a cut to secure the cut point here. AI suggests that this squeeze is better, but it's quite hard, not easy. It's not directly securing the cut point. It's also make use of the liberty tightness of the white 4 stones to bet on white's not there to cut off. But in the game, I thought that black is also very tight on liberty for the 5 stones here, so that's why I chose a more secure way to defend this cut point here, which is to cut. Cut gave me Sante versus simply connecting, and I thought this should be a key point, but it is not. As long as white connect, the black itself has weaknesses on this shape, so it's hard for black to attack. AI suggests to play the jump outside and look for cutting off this white stone in future. White's probably is still alive, so you have to let him be alive because black is not thick itself. And white's now in reverse threaten black group here. Black is not alive, so white play this to strengthen itself and also threaten black. And I play another questionable move here. This is obviously not the correct shape. In future, there is still this kind of squeeze problem. So more accurate move would be to play this. This will make this squeeze problem less severe and give better eye shape for black. Although it means the hat for black here is softer relatively, but now black is also in danger, so black has to consider that. AI suggests actually both moves are okay. Yeah, maybe this move is the best. Yeah, to first ask black whether you let me connect back, or I will have eye shape under, and I thought it is the key point. So I was thinking I could threaten whites. If whites don't answer, then I just cut off these 4 stones. And here whites play this squeeze. I thought white blunder in the game, but it was not. It was my blunder. So I play this cut, try to capture these 4 stones. But what I missed was this side is also very tight on liberty. And now white has 5 liberty. Black has 5 liberty. But now white play first, so this group of black is dead. And that's what the teacher saw as well. But he also missed out this move, which is black to tighten white's liberty directly. If it is case, then white cannot do the same because now white would have only 4 liberty, and also black has 5 liberty. So black would win this liberty race, but I didn't play that. And now it become a slightly good situation for white already. So already losing for black because it will just keep being worse because white is much stronger. And retrospectively thinking, this is also a move that I should have avoided. I should simply capture this group on this side. No need to exchange this move because white would never play that, and it's always a privilege for black to play. There's no way that white would play this because black can simply block or even maybe just further extend, and no way for black to cut off anything. But the reason that this exchange is not good is there's one less liberty for this black group, then there will be much less utilization on this side for white. So if this is not play, maybe in future this could be a sente in some sense, or at least maybe this kind of attachment. It can use the liberty problem of whites, and at this point I'm already losing, and I knew it. So when whites play this endgame move here, I try to counterattack, try to make something happen, but I didn't succeed. I should probably honey. This may actually give more pressure to whites, although there will be no danger for whites, but still it seems to be more trouble for whites compared with the actual game. And still I should have a tally on this side. So this is the only potential I could capture or threaten this group of whites. But natural game I didn't play that. I connect, and white is completely complete on its shape. Now it's losing, and now it becomes the in-game part, and in the end the final score was I lost by 28 or 27.5 points if there is a 0.5 komi, meaning black gained 28, 27 points during the end game. So that's the difference of end game between my teacher versus myself. So he plays so good in the end game. So, or maybe I played too bad, or both, yeah. But his sequence is so good, so this may not be the best move, but it triggered my mistake. I thought that if black played this honey, then white could cut, but I missed out that actually white is tight on the liberty, so I miss out. That's why I jump, and I try to attack this white group, but it's impossible. You play accurately. And also I made several endgame mistakes. For example, I thought capturing these 3 stones is big, but it's not, because it gave out the middle to white, and black actually spent 2 moves to cut off these 3 stones, so it's not very efficient capture. That's why it's small. So endgame is very important, and I want to strengthen my endgame as well. It's very hard though. I think the key point of this game is the battle at the bottom. Black start losing points. I think maybe starting at this move. Maybe this move. If I play this, then probably I may be able to avoid the bad move later. I don't know. And this sequence, this nice move, this diagonal move, this cap, like those, this move and this move, these two totally wrong direction. Key point is on this side. And also not paying enough attention to my own weakness. And also this kind of bad shape. And not paying enough attention to my own weakness, like sort of take it for granted. And yeah, the key point is the bottom battle. And also this kind of thinking at the beginning. Play the more secure move first to avoid making mistake later. This exchange by itself is not a bad exchange, so playable, and it avoids the future mistake. That's what I learned from the game. I think it's very interesting, and I will play him again next week. So see you again. Thank you.